Hi there, in this lesson we're going to look at direct proportion. So first of all, what is direct proportion? So two quantities are in direct proportion if when you double, treble, quadruple half the number of one quantity, basically exactly the same happens to the other quantity. So it's easiest to understand with an example. So if we look at some cakes here, one cake costs 50 pence, two cakes cost £1, three cakes cost £1.50 and four cakes cost £2. So you can see here that when one cake doubles to two, the price doubles as well. When one cake goes to three, the price triples as well. So this would be a case of direct proportion. On the other side, we've got one cake is 50 pence. When it goes up to two cakes, that's only 90 pence. Three cakes is only 125. You can see that two cakes is not double 50. It's actually only a 40 pence increase. And then to increase to three cakes is only 35 pence. This would be an example of non-direct proportion, not directly proportional. Now the questions that I'm going to do with you are all assuming direct proportion is in place. So these are some of the kind of types of ideas that you'll be asked to do. So let's say 8 books cost £24. How much do 5 cost? Assuming direct proportion is in place. So 8 books, £24. Easiest way to do it is get the cost of one book. So it's £24 divided by 8, and that gets you £3 per book. To get the cost of 5 books, easy enough to do 3 times 5, which is £15. Another idea here, another question, 5 carrots cost £1.15. How much do 4 cost? So get the cost of 1 by dividing by 5. That's because 8.23 pence. Then to get the cost of 4 times 23 pence by 4, and you'll get 92 pence. Now you see the way I'm laying it out with headings and numbers and these wee arrows down the side. Okay, last one on the screen. A hamster rotates a wheel 180 times in 2 minutes. How many rotations does it do in 7 minutes? So because I'm dealing with the minutes comes first. So 2 minutes is 180 rotations. Get 1 minute, divide by 2, you get 90 rotations, and then finally get 7 minutes by times and by 7. So 7 nines are 63, and then adds a 0, 630 rotations. Okay, let's look at this next slide. So we've got 5 buses can be cleaned in 60 minutes. How many can they clean in 90 minutes? So you could start with 5 and then think, well, that's 60 minutes. Now I'm trying to find how many they can clean in 90 minutes. So you would kind of think, oh, we'll go to 1, and I'll do 60 divided by 5 and get 12. And then you kind of get stuck. You kind of go, what do I do now? Now the reason this is wrong here, I've got a cross, is because you started doing calculations on the number of buses when it's really the number of minutes you should be trying to work out. The minutes should come first. So let's look at that again. So 5 buses can be cleaned in 60 minutes. So you're saying 60 minutes, 5 buses. Well, let's work out what 1 minute would be by dividing by 60. So 5 divided by 60, and that's going to give us 0.0833. Leave that in your calculator. Then to work out 90 minutes, just times that number by 90 and you'll get 7.5 buses. Now, another way to do that question is, instead of doing this, you could actually just work out 10 minutes. Don't need to go down all the way to 1 in this example. You could just work out 10 by dividing by 6, and you get 0.833. And then you could work out 90 by multiplying that number by 9, and you get 7.5 buses. So sometimes it is easier to find the cost of 10 or even 100 or 1,000 items first instead of just 1. Mostly it's 1, but sometimes easier to work out 10, 100 or 1,000. Let's look at another example of that. It takes 400 bees a week to make 2.6 kilograms of honey. So I'm going to put bees and then honey. 400 gives you 2.6 kilograms. What weight of honey would you get in a week from 300 bees? So instead of going down to 1 bee, I'm going to 100 bees, and I would divide by 4 to get that. And that goes to 0.65. And then to get 300 bees, you basically times that number by 3, and then you would get 1.95 kilograms.